This is an InfoBlips LLC podcast network production.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the weekly wrap-up with John and Yancy. My name is John Haynes, and I'm here with my co-host and friend, Yancy Seals.
What up, John? How you guys doing? Man, the sweet potato pie is gone. The turkey is gone. Greens is gone. All right, man. I'm in heaven. What up, John?
I feel you, man. I definitely feel you. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. As we know that there's been an agreement that Israel and Hamas is going to release prisoners or have released some prisoners, and we're waiting as we speak right now for the second batch to be released. If Hamas does it, I hope they do, to get these people home and get them out of the fray, out of the violence. Mm-hmm. You know. I mean, it's just, what I didn't know, did you know that Israel had Palestinian prisoners?
Yes.
Okay, that were held on what they call administrative or deal or administrative holding.
And many of them are kids.
Yeah, and administrative holding means that we don't know what we can't charge you with nothing, but we think we're going to hold you. Like you said, and many of those people are kids. They're 13, 14, 12, 13, 14-year-old men. I'm like, wait a minute, man, hold up. Yeah. And they got a couple of thousand of these people. You know, I'm like, in Jerusalem. I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing? I didn't know that, really. I didn't know.
I've said this a long time ago, and I said it just a few months ago when I said first things first, jumped off. And then a few people disowned me. But I said, Israel's hands is not clean in this whole issue. And as we pull back the pages of this onion, or the skin of these onions, you're starting to see how dirty and stinky they really are. And they've been shitting on it and beating these people up for many years. And it's time to stop. It's time to stop.
It has come. I 100% agree with you. It has come. I mean, I knew that they were, it was an apartheid state, but I didn't know to what avail this was at, to what level this was at. It's crazy. I mean, I'm thinking, so you just snatch a 14-year-old kid off the street and we don't know why we're holding you, but we're gonna hold you, and we'll let you know when. Yeah, and then these kids,
but I can assure you, it was nothing had anything to do with the death, anything like that. They did not murder, steal, nothing like that. That's what I understand. They just hold them for administrative purposes.
And they haven't. I mean, these kids or these people go through military trials, tribunals. Like they go through a regular trial. I'm like, wait a minute, this is crazy. And you've been holding these people for how long? And you haven't done this yet. And their families, what do their families do? It's just like you said, Israel's hands definitely are not dirty in this. I mean, the administration that runs Israel, it's been coming common now, and people are starting to really understand they're Zionists, man. These people are Zionists, and I'm not saying that all Jews are Zionists, but the people that are running Israel, they're Zionists. And Netanyahu is going to wind up. Israel's going to wind up in a really bad place, and I know everybody thinking biblically, like, well, but everybody's going to come against Israel, and God's going to save Israel. Okay, I don't understand the God that I understand and serve is not going to protect people they bomb and kill children. Mm-hmm. I don't understand that. So,
so I guess the Christians are saying that Israel gets a pass because they are the chosen people. You know what? And I don't go along with that movement. I'm not about that movement. It's just absolutely terrible. They do not get a pass. They can't just shit on people for many years and expect everything to be wonderful. That's not right. It's terrible.
It is. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, and I had the need to say this, and this last time I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it again. I do not condone the killings of what Hamas has done to Israel. I don't condone that. This show does not condone that.
No.
Okay, I will let this know. Yeah, I'm not going to ever say it again. I said it over and over and over. I'm not saying it again, but we don't condone this. But Israel has got to come to the table with some real bargaining power so they can live in peace there. They deserve to live in peace there, the Palestinians. They don't be living the way they're living like now. That's not right. Come on, you guys. You know that's not right.
They know it's not right. They know it's not right. And I agree with you. And I'm tired of the anti-Semitism where you guys know I am not an anti-Semite. I don't agree with him. I don't agree with Hamas, period.
Right.
I don't agree with Israel at this point, period. Because what they're doing is wrong. Both sides, there's no clean hands in this.
Right.
They're both bad people. They're both bad actors acting in bad faith.
Right.
And the people are caught in the middle.
Yeah.
And that's the part that really concerns me, is that they're innocent people that are caught in the middle. Now, I can't get with that. I mean, if you're going to go in, I thought about this. Okay, we knew the United States, because the United States hands not clean in this either. But the United States knew where Bin Laden was. They didn't just say, "Yeah, Bin Laden's in there. Yeah, we have actual evidence, and he's in there. Okay, blow it up." Mm-hmm. They went in and surgically removed him or killed him. Mm-hmm. Right or wrong, that is what they did.
That's right. Right. They went and found him through surveillance and intel and hunted his behind down. Now here's my issue that happened here. Now I'm going to roll this back to our state. What's going on? Because the way President Biden took his stance on this whole Israel conflict, he said we stand with Israel and forget all about the Palestinian Americans, forgot the Muslim Americans, and now because of that, he's suffering in the polls. The millennials are saying, no, Mr. Biden, Israel's been at wrong for so many years, we can't get behind them, and they're supporting Palestinian a two-state rule, and I agree. And they're not behind Biden right now.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I mean, I think when he came out way too fast, way too early, because of, and I'm pretty sure, and I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure all the pressure that was there saying like, yo, man, and so he just come out, we stand firmly behind Israel. I'm like, dude, you don't know what Israel did. I mean, you don't know. So you can't say that. And again, the millennials, I'm happy to see that they're even involved, bro. I'm happy to see that they're involved. I'm like, yes. That's what I'm talking about. I'm happy to see the college campuses protest. That's what college is for. Is to open your mind and see other sides. And then if you find a cause, go for that cause. We're tired of kicking out cookie cutters. That's why we wind up with the people that's in Congress, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. Like right now, these people are cookie cutters. They don't think, they follow direction. And you can't be a leader with like that. You have to be able to think for yourself. You have to have free thinking. You have to have consensus. You can't just, oh yeah, well, that's what they said, so let's do it. That's not what's good.
Yeah.
That's not when people like this. That may be more articulate. That's not what leads America to become a first-class state or a revered state, which we are not revered at this time.
Correct. I just really like what's going on. I like what the millennials are doing, the stance they're taking along with the Gen Zs, Gen X, whatever they call it. They are taking a stance and moving in their rightful position. Now, here's where they fall into a little bit of a little issue. They are all gas, no brakes. They don't have no brakes. They don't know when let me step back on that. All gas. No, I'm glad they're on the field.
Yeah, that's a great analogy, man. That's a great analogy. And they have to be, I mean, I think that there was a time when I was all gas, no brake too. So, I mean, we have to guide them, hopefully they'll listen, because that way they don't waste time. Because when you do all gas, no brake, you mess up a lot of stuff. You bypass a lot of things. You hurt a lot of people. You can't catch a glimpse of the whole picture. You're just dealing with what's happening right this instant, and there's a bigger picture. So yeah, I mean, but I agree with that analogy. They're all gas, no brake, and they continue to come. But I was elated to hear that they were out there. I'm like, cool. Cool. Okay, that's giving me a little hope. They're not just sitting down, doing nothing. They're paying attention, and they're understanding that they are a force to be reckoned with, and people should take them as that. And okay, so man, I'm gonna try this. People are saying that there's a military base, Hamas right now, and they're that one thing that happened on October the 17th. They're preparing to do it all over America, and we have proof that there's a base, and it was in the picture in the news. And I said, okay, well, let me see this. Let me see what this is. So they're saying that this base right here, can you see that?
Yeah.
That this base right here, they're saying that this base right here is a Hamas headquarters in the United States, and they're training them to do October 7th type thing. And this is the part of the show when we go, nah, that didn't happen. Okay, this picture right here is a compound showed in 2019. It was the guy that was there, that lived there. The guy was a white supremacist, and he was a terrorist. And they arrested him and his some of his family members, but they had nothing to do with Hamas. They were white supremacists. So once again, yeah, that didn't happen. You know.
Nope, that didn't happen.
So I mean, but it's important to get information, man, that verifiable factual information, because you hear stuff like this, you see stuff like that, and the first thing you think is like, ooh, look at that. If you don't know any better, or if there isn't anybody checking what these people are putting out there, then you make bad decisions based on what you see or hear. Garbage in, garbage out.
That's right. Absolutely. So know who you listen to, know who you're working with, all that kind of good stuff. It's important.
So it really there's so much stuff happening. Like we are in the West. We're like stuck on what's happening in Israel right now. We're stuck on that's basically about it. We don't really look at what's happening elsewhere. And how people are forming alliances on one of my little side trips. What else is happening in America, man? What else is happening in America that we, besides the Israel thing, Donald Trump and his trial? I don't even know how that's going. I just lost interest, and I don't even know how it's going actually right now.
I'm gonna tell you, the whole thing is a farce. The whole thing is a farce, and I say that because. And I'm talking directly about the justice system.
Yes.
The justice system is it's just, I'm gonna talk real. I'm gonna be very, very frank and real here. The justice system, John, is fucked up. And
yeah.
Every single day when we see what Donald Trump is doing and how he is exploiting the system or prostituting the system, everyone just saying, why does he get to do this? Why does he get to do that and no one else gets to do that? This is if this here doesn't open your eyes, nothing will. Nothing will. He gets to do whatever the hell he wants to do. And he ain't the president. He's not the president. No. He's a damn almost a convicted damn criminal. Now let's pour a little oil on that, and let's take Eileen Cannon over there in Florida. This lady is, I don't know what kind of reputation she has, but she had to have some type of a reputation to even be considered to be picked. Now that she is just a token, this lady is putting her whole career on the line for this dude. And let's say he loses the race. Let's say he loses. Now, where does that put her? Put her in a bad position. I don't understand him, John. I don't understand none of them. I don't get it.
Yeah, you have me at a loss too. I mean, they have me, all of them. I don't understand how people can get behind Donald Trump at all. I'm like, how everybody that gets behind him winds up in jail. I mean, I don't understand why they keep. Okay, my mind's just telling me yes, because they have a larger picture that goes beyond Donald Trump, and it's a larger type of thing that they're attempting to be a part of. Back in the 30s, and when fascism was cool, look it up. That it was going to take over democracy and all this kind of stuff. These people are still here, and their picture, their big picture, is to have an authoritarian government. Now, Donald Trump is just right now a face. Okay, basically, this is a movement that is going on in America. And most of us are just blind to it. But when you see, like you said, why does Donald Trump get to do this? Because if there wasn't a structure that was supporting him in the background, he wouldn't. Okay, yeah. But there's a structure supporting him, so that's why he gets to do all that. I mean, and these people are fascists. They want an authoritarian government in the United States, and this is their move. This is their play. And right now, they're doing a really damn good job at it. I'm just being honest, because people are starting to fall for it.
Excellent job. I posted something on Facebook a couple of days ago. Didn't get a lot of traction, but I just made the post, and it said that Donald Trump. It said breaking news. Donald Trump is not running for a second term. He's running to be your forever president.
Forever president. I saw that. That was excellent. That was excellent because honestly, most people, and the reason why it's not attractive, most people are not paying attention, man. They're just, look, I understand life is going on and you should have a good time and you should enjoy yourself and everything. But when you don't pay attention to the structure that allows you to have that good time, at least, a little bit of attention to it, it can go away.
That's right.
It can go away, because it doesn't have to be here. And the moves that they're making right now, that the fascists, and I'm going to keep saying this, the move that the fascists are making right now, they've done their homework. They psychologically know how to get at people, and they're getting at them. I mean, and people are starting to fall for it. Like, well, yeah, they're not going to come right out and say, we want a king, right? They're going to come out, they ain't going to say that. They're going to come out and then they're going to plead their case through the court of popular opinion. And basically, before you know it, you got, why do we have to vote? Why do we have to have an election every year? Or somebody gets in office and says, okay, I'm suspending the Constitution until we can get some things straight.
And that's exactly where he's pushing. If he gets that done and use just that small piece of verbiage, he'll get it done. That's what I believe. I don't put nothing past him and his minions and things that they're gonna do, because I believe they have enough people, 2/3 states, that can actually overturn it. I believe they can get it done. They really, really, really want to.
They really, really want to, and this is where I see it heading. And it's really interesting. I thought back every time I felt like this and I said something like this, a lot of people thought I was crazy. Everybody was like going, oh man, see, he going off on that trip again. And I'm like going, okay. And that was about the pandemic, before it would be called a pandemic. And I told everybody, look, and I started telling people what to do to prepare for a shutdown. And they thought, man, people thought I was crazy. Go back and listen. People thought I was crazy. Like, what the hell? They're not shutting down schools. What the hell is this boy on? So now here we are on the other side of this, and I'm telling people now, man, and I hate to be this doom dude. I'm not a doom dude, but really have for your family's sake, have a stock of water and supplies. The supply chain could be interrupted. You never even know. Okay, you don't know right now. Enjoy yourself and have a great holiday, but you got to keep this stuff in the background, because
I'm going to assure you, if the democracy is on the ballot and it actually wins, you better have some stuff in your garage. Because now you got one person saying, I control all of it. Okay, no more to the West Coast. I'm not sending no more money over there. And this is how you create these class systems. And all the other people is going to start to go into the wayside. Poor get poor, richer get richer. And it's going to be like, that's what's going to happen. Things like that does happen. I know it sounds a little far-fetched.
It sounds crazy. It'll be a Mad Max. And people don't get it. They don't get it yet. And like, when it can happen, and it can happen really quickly. You can wake up one morning and this could all be changed. All it takes is one attack. All it takes is one strategic. And let's talk about this thing that happened at the Canada-New York border, man. Look, I don't have any intel on that. Matter of fact, it's real silent on that. That's the part that bothers me, because usually I be getting stuff from everywhere. The people, there's certain groups that will start giving you all kind of information, but I'm assigned to them. Actually, I signed up for them. Nobody's saying nothing about that. And I'm like, okay, hold up. Nobody knows nothing about two people that blew themselves up, or that car was flying in the air. Okay. When you saw it heading toward when I saw it headed toward the second checkpoint. It wasn't the first checkpoint. They said, we need you to pull over. And all of a sudden, boom, and they flew up in the air and exploded. I don't, and the first thing that Canada said was, this is a terrorist attack, and they went, which they should. You should always err on the side of, yeah, okay, bam, you throw it's an attack until you get proved otherwise. The thing that bothered me was Nikki Haley got out there without having all the information. It's not a terrorist attack. It's not a terrorist attack. Tomorrow morning we're going to have this Thanksgiving parade. And I'm like going, really? Are you serious? Now, maybe she knew it wasn't a terrorist attack, but how do you know that fast? I don't even know why it happened. I don't even know what happened. The people died both. There was a man and a woman, and they both died. We don't know who they are.
I don't know what that has anything to do with a parade when it happened way up north, up in New York, by Buffalo.
Yeah, it was about Buffalo. Now, here's the thing: if they had said, we think this was a terrorist attack, or this may have been an attack, the attendance and the thing that the whole parade probably would not have gone off. To be honest with you, they probably would have called it off.
But the thing about it, it wasn't in the United States. It was in Canada. Is that not correct?
It was the Canadian, New York Canadian border.
Right.
Yeah, up near Buffalo. Yeah, but if you have a terrorist attack in a country, we go on a full terrorist type thing. There's a protocol that we go on, and gatherings like that are not one of the things that happen. Look, I don't make the rules. Okay. That's why she got on air and said, hey, there's no terrorist attack. I just think that we haven't looked at that fully. And I wish we would, because I said before that people are paying so much attention to the southern border, but they don't understand what's happening in the northern border. So, but this happens to be just supposedly maybe a health risk or thing or something. I don't know. I just find it interesting. It got my attention. I put it like that. It got my attention.
Northern border. They don't have a problem with the northern border. It's the southern border they don't want. They don't want the Mexicans in here. That's the damn problem. That's the problem, and that's the serious problem. But it's okay for the people to come in. It's up top.
Yeah. No, and that's the truth. That is the truth. I mean, let me ask you a question, man. There was a question that went out. How do you, if you had to vote right now, and they said, okay, are we going to send money to Ukraine and Israel, or are we going to send money to the southern border, to our borders? Which one would you go for?
I'd go for our southern border.
Okay, me too. Yeah.
I think that's the one that directly affects me. That's why.
But it's your tax dollars, and it should directly affect you.
Right. Correct.
I mean, and this is where I'm heading, and I know it seems like it's an abyss land, but all the taxes that we're paying, and yeah, we should be. I mean, if there's a problem if the southern border could be taken care of, not just the southern border, but all borders could be taken care of in a humane way, that would be great. I don't know what I feel about all the people coming in the country. I mean, I don't know whether or not they're, it's a good thing or a bad thing. I haven't really weighed it all the way out. People tell you it's a bad thing because it puts a weight on our infrastructure. It puts a weight on our stuff. I'm not sure if it does or not. But I know, like in other countries, they don't like immigrants or people coming in, because it does put a strain. They say it, but they haven't been proven. That hasn't been proven. That has not been proven.
I've been looking at places like Costa Rica. If you want to become a citizen of Costa Rica, you have to show you have an income. You can't just waltz in Costa Rica and say, I want to live here and become a citizen. That's not happening. You got to show a viable income. You got to show that what you're going to add to our economy, what you're going to do to our economy, help out.
Well, yeah.
I'm not saying you can't come by, but you can come in, but you can't actually become a citizen until you show, hey, where's your money coming from? And how you gonna help our economy and our citizens. And if you own a business, you're required to have at least 2/3 of the Puerto Rican, Costa Rican community working there.
Really?
Really?
Wow. That's interesting. That is interesting. I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at this going like, you shouldn't be able to just come here and just to come here. I mean, people say they're coming here for a better life. Look, we've always had this thing, and people called the Republicans were saying open borders, and I don't think we have an open border situation. But I think that people that come here they're saying that they're going away from violence at their home. We have violence here. So I don't know what, or they want to leave and make a better life. And so my question is, what are you going to do here that you can't do there?
You're right. Good question.
I mean, I don't know. It's going to be hard. It's hard for everybody here. And you can wind up in the street because America doesn't care. You can wind up in the street homeless, but what are you going to do here that you're not doing there? And why not have pride in your own, country and make it better there, or ask for help to make it better? I would probably be more receptive if people had an organization that was asking, hey, look, America, we need some help. We want to make it like this where we live. And we could find a way to help them. That would be great, but not just run here because, well, my place is bad, I'm going to move. Yeah. I don't know.
Right. I don't know.
That's not a popular opinion. That's not a popular opinion. I'm going to tell you, I know. Everybody, I'm going to get a lot of crap about this show. Watch. Oh, man. But okay, so man, listen, this is a scenario, back to one of these things. My cousin's brother's, uncle's, sister's girlfriend's father said that when he went to go vote in Maricopa County, that all of the polls were closed and he couldn't vote after he got off from work because they closed and they didn't tell nobody anything. And this is the reason why them damn liberals, see, they trying to make it to where we can't vote. Us Republicans can't vote. And that comes under one of the things, that didn't happen. Okay. In Maricopa County, it says the voting locations in Arizona's Maricopa County didn't close early unexpectedly despite the claims. Basically, people are saying that they closed down and they didn't have a chance to vote. What happened was one drop-off box closed at 7:00, and they put it out. They put the information out a month ago, and it was right in front of the box. We will be closing at 7:00 on this date. Okay. So for people that are saying that their uncle's, cousin's, brother's, sister's friend said that they couldn't vote in Maricopa County, you just tell them, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I know, man. There's just so much stuff going on like that,
Also, our big fight right now with voting rights right now, and headed to the Supreme Court, and someone was talking about it just has no value. What do you mean it has no value? It had no value. We'll be going to the Supreme Court and get ready to get beat up, cut up again. This voting right, people, you really need to be watching this one, because it's really going to change the way we live. And they don't care anymore. They're taking the voting right and they're slicing it right in half and say we don't need this many voting locations in this particular state because these amount of people are not voting. So, Yana, why do we need to have this many?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's another, this is what I'm saying, man. This is not the Republican Party. These are fascists. They're attempting to limit our participation in government, the locations we can participate in government, and they'll do it in an area that people don't have the means to just drive 20, 30 minutes more, 20, 30 miles more. And they know what they're doing. I mean, again, the move behind this is fascism, to get people in the mindset that they don't have to, or it's a bother, or it's an inconvenience to participate in the governance of how they live. And it's not too far for people not to believe that, because most folks don't care. I don't care. I'm just trying to make money. Okay. Right. Okay.
They just get rid of these electoral counts and just count each vote. I don't care if it takes 6 months to count the damn things. Get rid of the electoral vote and just count one man, one woman,
one vote.
That's it. I don't care where you live. You wouldn't have these problems. You wouldn't
You
have these
know,
problems.
you really won't. You really won't. I mean, that's one thing that the Electoral College and people don't know. And we're back to, the thing that makes me mad is we're back to talking about this again. 4 years ago, we were talking about the Electoral College and why it should be abolished and what it was meant to do and how it never did what it was supposed to do. And here we are 4 more years later, because we are really good about talking about the problem, but we don't plan to make it go away. We don't plan. We haven't been taught to plan and make it better. We're just taught and plan. We're just taught to complain about it, and that's why I'm trying to change, man. I'm trying to look. You identify what's wrong, and then you try and you find a way to fix it.
Right. What's the solution?
And right now, every all elections are local. So start at your local level. You don't start at the big picture, it's overwhelming. Believe me, I did it. It's crazy. You don't want to do. You start at the local level. Start where you are and do what you can. Think, act. What we used to always say it when I was in college. Act locally, think globally. You act locally, but you think globally. But we need to get back to. I think it would be better if we got back to doing that kind of stuff, so people can actually start taking charge of their life through the government or through the administration and its structure in which they've been forced to live. I did say forced.
They don't want to put the work in. They see on TV the big picture. Ooh, look what John's doing. He's affecting that, and this and that. But they forgot what John had to do to get that. See, John had to go through this trial, this tribulation, these steps, do this, get beat up, get pushed back 10 more steps, get thrown in goddamn jail to get where he did. See, they don't see all that. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Endure to get this, and they don't want to put the work in.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. People, if we don't put the work in, then we get what we get. And that's what happened in Nazi Germany. People just didn't want to put the work in. They just want to go away. And I remember a long time ago, a couple of years ago, I saw a movie called Einstein, and it was about Einstein, but the peripherals. When you're watching, they did a really great job of showing the time in which he was going through. Like when they first started, when the Nazis first started, like, those are just kids. They're ridiculous. They're insignificant. Don't worry about them. Then it became like, they're just getting more powerful. They kept dismissing it until one morning they woke up and they were walking through the streets and we are taking over. Okay. We've taken over your government. We've taken over every area of your structured life, and this is what you will do. And we want to see your papers. I mean, it's just and we are at that area. You asked me a really good question last week. You said, what time are we in? And I didn't really answer it in depth or to what I was really thinking in my mind, because it's kind of hard to express that. But to me, the time that we're living in right now is dire, and I don't see us getting past this unless we really start paying attention. I see America ending. May not be in a mushroom cloud, but the concept of America I see ending.
Yeah, my wasn't to bring a biblical answer. Like some people I probably was waiting on. It wasn't about that. It's just that you see so much crap going on. You see so much stuff is going on. Is where are we headed to? Where are we headed, man?
We don't know.
Kill people for no reason, and they doing it in such a horrific and horrible way, just for no damn reason, John. Where are we going? Where are we? What's going on here? You know what I'm talking about? Where are we going here with all this craziness?
Man, I can tell you that I really look the way I'm looking at things now. There's a lot of killing, a lot of evil going on. I mean, there's a lot of killing of innocent people. And that's you know what? There's a yin and a yang. Okay, there's always for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. We learn that in science. You cannot do that much crap without it coming back on you in some kind of way. We can't, as a country, huh?
Said Israel.
Again, Israel can't do what they're doing. The reason why they're doing the hostage deals, he had no choice. Netanyahu is going to be held for war crimes. Okay, when this is over, and it usually takes all that time, they're going to hold him accountable for war crimes of killing innocent and children, men and women and children, not for going after Hamas, because he's not trying to go after Hamas anymore. Okay, he's really not. He's going after the extinction of Palestinians.
You cannot shit on people forever and ever and ever and don't think they're not going to rise up. It's just not going to happen. Sorry. Not going to happen.
You keep pressure, and then there's an explosion. We as Americans should really look, American society should look at that too. You keep pressuring people, there's nowhere for people to go. And it just builds the pressure. And then all of a sudden you have an explosion. Israel right now, people are reading their Bibles, and they're reading, a lot of people, the Christians are saying, yeah, this was foretold in Israel. But I challenge you, first off, it's a very difficult read, but read Revelations, okay? Read it in the context of what you see happening today. I'm starting to do that, not as I agree with that particular religion, any particular religion, because I really don't. But if you read the information and don't take it literally, all of it literally, a lot of it is told in parables and all kind of stuff. So anyway,
right, yeah, absolutely.
I know I went crazy. Go ahead.
I get that, but if you're going to read Revelation, do not do it in the King James. Read it in the new something that you understand.
Oh, yeah, the NIV. I mean, read it in the Message Bible. Read it in something that you understand what's going on. Or, I mean, you can do, because I taught, man, I used to have a concordance. I used to have a book on what meanings are and how they were sent then. And I had like 3 or 4 books just to get together to teach one class. So that way I can understand, other than just regurgitating what I read, which is most what these people are doing. So that I wanted to understand what I was reading. I want to know where it came from and that's the curse of research. And then you go like, wait a minute, what? But anyway, that's another story. But yeah, I had to know all that. And if you don't know all that, you use a different Bible. Use the Message Bible or something. And I'm not saying any Bible is better than one or another. Believe me, I'm not. But how did we get here? Anyway, Israel. All right, listen, man. One more thing. China is allowing certain people to go across the border without a passport, man. Yeah, I thought that was cool. Interesting.
Very nice.
Interesting. That's all I have for today, man. That was it. It was a short week. Actually, there's a lot of Thanksgiving, and now I agree with the government in Paris. They or the French. They put out a thing saying, before you go out and buy, think about it. Don't go out buying shit. Before you go out and buy, think about it. Okay, don't just go out and buy stuff because you're supposed to. Think about it. I'm more thankful for the people around the tree than what's under the tree, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
So, listen, y'all, we will be here next week, and I will get better at this. I got a lot of stuff now. I can see I can do this. It's gonna be fun. And I'll talk to you guys. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, I'll talk to you guys next week. Okay, take care, everybody. And Yancy, thank you for your time, brother. And peace.